So we're going to look at how you might cope with simple-ish questions on speed or density or pressure and topics like that, which involve a relationship which can be expressed in a blue triangle. Okay, I know some people don't like these blue triangles, but actually they're very, very useful. And the biggest argument against them is that it's very difficult to remember where to put the letters. But actually, that's not too difficult. And you'll see that the first thing I say is we use the units in the question, or any other information you have, to write down a formula, and then create a blue triangle from that. So let's just have a quick look at this question. We're given John's sprinting speed, and we're told that it's in meters per second. So that's distance divided by time. And so very quickly, we see that speed is distance over time in my blue triangle there. So even if you can't remember the formula, the question tells it to you. So once you've done your blue triangle, do the normal exam technique thing of writing down what you know and what you want to know. And then, and this is the beauty of the blue triangle, it rearranges the formula for you if you need to. And then we simply put in the numbers and solve, or indeed just work out what we need to work out. So let's do a couple of questions. So the first one is a speed, distance, time thing. We're given John's speed and we're asked for the time, how long it will take to sprint 60 meters. Okay, so let's follow the plan here. So we've used the units in the question, we did that a little earlier, to write down that speed is distance over time. Now I know the blue triangle is there on the left, but I'm going to draw it out again because I'm going to use it. And here we go. Speed is distance over time. As I say, that came from meters per second. And now I'm going to write down what I know and what I want to know. So just reading the question, I see that the speed is 7 meters per second. I see that the distance is 60 meters, and it's the time that we're trying to find out. So I need to use my blue triangle to find time in terms of the other two. And we can see from there that time is distance over speed. So we can just write that down. Time equals distance over speed. And so let's put in the numbers. Distance is 60, speed is 7, and 60 over 7 to three significant figures, you can do the rounding, is 8.57 seconds. I wish I could run that fast. Right, let's have a quick look at another type of question. This is a density question. Now, we're going to follow the plan again. We're going to use the units in the question or any other information we have to write down a formula. Now, you might not be able to remember the density formula, but look, kilograms divided by meters cubed, and that is density. It says density is kilograms, well that's a mass, and meters cubed is a volume. So I have used the units to do that. Let's just emphasize that by saying that is kilograms over cubic meters. I'm now going to draw my blue triangle. So here it is, based on the one in the blue box on the left there. So it's not speed, distance and time, it's density, mass and volume. And you can see density is mass over volume has just been put straight in there. Right, let's write down what we know. Well, it tells me in the question that the density of this concrete is 2,400. We're asked for the mass, and we're told that the volume is 400 cubic meters. So we need to use my blue triangle to rearrange into mass equals. Well, the M is on the top, and so it's M equals density times volume. And I simply put in the numbers. The density is 2,400, the volume is 400, and so the mass of concrete that we need is a very large 960,000 kilograms, or 960 tons, if you rather. Anyway, there we go. Get used to using blue triangles. They are incredibly useful.